after spending years constantly being burnt out and grinding myself to the ground, what I'm about to share with you will completely shift the way they perceive your time. And as a result, allow you to 10x your productive output without ever having to feel buried in overwhelm, anxiety, or busyness ever again. The first thing that we have to realize is that time is nothing but an illusion. It is a tool invented by humankind to create order and structure, where 1 second equals 1 second, 1 hour equals 1 hour, and 1 year equals 1 year. But time doesn't work that way, because when time is perceived through human consciousness rather than by us looking at a clock, 1 hour can feel like 1 second, and 1 second can feel like 1 hour. That being said, your level of productivity has got little to do with how hard you work or how many hours you accumulate every single day and every single week. Because individuals who accumulate immense wealth are not working any harder than any average employee. They're simply investing their attention differently to yield a higher return on time. And this begins with us not fixating on the amount of time that we have during the day, but allowing us to focus on our ability to flex time in our favor. And this can be done by allowing ourselves to transition from the old school time management model to the new age time compression model. Because what does time management teach us to do? More equals more. We've got to sacrifice everything for success. We have to grind and outwork everyone. We have to trade time for money. And if we're not feeling stressful, overwhelmed, and exhausted all the time, then that means we're not working hard enough. But with the time compression model, less equals more. Rather than focusing on doing more, we focus on being simple and allowing effectiveness to take charge. And this is where freedom increases alongside profit and abundance. And this is where time and money works for you, and the passage of time no longer leads to anxiety and restlessness, but instead brings you excitement, fulfillment, optimism, and joy. All that said, rather than trying to work harder to achieve more, focus on multiplying your output per time. Because the problem is never that you don't have time. Truth is, you will always have more than enough time to do what you believe is most important. And you don't need to do more things. You don't have to do everything. You simply have to focus on only doing the things that matter most. And you don't have to say yes all the time, because every single time you say yes, that means you're indirectly saying no to something else that may be more important. So if you find yourself in a season where you're constantly busy, you have to work max out just to get through a day, and you can't even see a pathway to achieve a future where you can experience the freedom that you desire, then the first step that would invite you to take is to stop trying to work harder or work faster. Instead, start eliminating. Because elimination and simplification is the number one cure for overwhelm. And the reason why is because when you are a tightly scheduled achiever, there's no room for you to welcome new opportunities or transformation, and there's no empty space that's available to be filled with new growth. And that's the reason why there's so many smart and hardworking individuals out there who are stuck in a linear growth curve that can only be met with a plateau as they max themselves out. So if you want linear growth, keep working harder. But if what you want here is exponential growth, then learn to let go. So ask yourself, what can you let go of? What big moves do you have to make in order for you to go from trading time for money to leveraging time for money? In order for you to actualize a new level of abundance and freedom, who must you become? So for example, let's say right now your time is worth $100 per hour. Yes, you can go ahead and double your income by going from 40-hour work weeks to 80-hour work weeks. But that's linear. That's you train time for money, and that's you managing time rather than compressing time. So if you want to compress time instead and allow yourself to work less and achieve more, and most importantly, allow your level of income, impact, wealth, and abundance to increase alongside your freedom, then we have to find a way to let go of those $100 per hour tasks and replace them with needle movers and leverage activities that are worth $1,000 per hour or $10,000 per hour. And you're gonna start doing that right now, because quantum leaps don't happen when the stars align or when you have accumulated a certain amount of resources. It starts when you make a decision to step into your future self and behave accordingly. because as you let go of what's chained you down to the past and let go of what's keeping you busy in the present, you can create a space required to compress the time necessary to bring your ideal future into the present moment. And if there's something that you're ready for, that you prefer to receive the guidance and accountability to complete your quantum leap, then check out the 10-day Flowzone challenge I put together that will help you accomplish exactly that. Link is in the description below.